Here's a triad. Why is it called triad, you might ask? Well, it has 3 notes. This one's called a C major triad with the notes C, E and G. Basic triads are built by taking a note and stacking 2 more notes on top in intervals of thirds. The process of stacking thirds is the basis of Western harmony. Here are some more triads. A basic triad has 3 components: the root, the third and the fifth of the chord. When the root note is the lowest note in the chord, this is called root position. But the other 2 notes could also be the lowest note. Then we get the inversions. When the third is the lowest note of the chord, this is called first inversion. When the fifth is on the bottom of the chord, this is called second inversion. When the notes of the chord are closely packed together, leaving no space for additional chord tones, this is called close position. When the notes are more widely spaced out, leaving some space for additional chord tones in between the notes, this is called open position. It's called a chord when all notes of the chord are sounded simultaneously. When the chord notes are played successively or melodically, this is called an arpeggio. This is also a triad. Although it has 12 notes, when we take a closer look, every note is either root, third or fifth of the C major triad. There are 4 different basic types of triads. There's the major triad with the root, the major third and the perfect fifth. You might also think of it as a major third plus a minor third. A major third from root to third, a minor third from third to fifth. On top you can see some common chord symbols. The next triad is the minor triad. It has root, minor third, perfect fifth. It's sort of the sad sibling of the major chord. You could also think of it as minor third plus major third. Some common chord symbols for this. The diminished triad is a stack of 2 minor thirds. Diminished chord has a root, minor third and a diminished fifth. 2 minor thirds. Chord symbols could be root followed by a superscript 0 or minus flat 5 or dim, short for diminished. And last but not least, the augmented triad. Augmented triad has a major third and an augmented fifth, also called sharp 5. So it's a stack of 2 major thirds. Chord symbols are root followed by a plus sign or capital M sharp 5 or aug, short for augmented. That chord is very rarely used and pretty old-fashioned. Major, minor and diminished triads can all be found in the major scale, whereas the augmented triad cannot. That's why the augmented triad is used a lot less. Take a conventional major scale and stack 2 thirds on top of each note. This is how we get the 7 diatonic chords, which can be numbered 1 through 7 with Roman numerals. Major chords get uppercase numerals, minor chords get lowercase numerals. The 7th degree also gets a superscript 0 to signify that it's a diminished chord. So the order of chords in major keys goes major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. All major keys adhere to this order of triads. Here's a little practice exercise. Pause the video real quick and try to figure out what the name of this chord is. Okay. So we can see it's a close position, root position triad. So the lowest note has to be the root. Lowest note is an E flat. Now I need to check the distance from E flat to G flat. 1, 2, 3. 3 semitones, it's a minor third. So this chord is either a diminished triad or a minor triad. From G flat to B flat is 1, 2, 3, 4 semitones. So that's the perfect fifth. This chord is E flat minor. With triads, there are 2 kinds of assignment. Either name this given chord or notate this chord. So to figure out what the name of this chord is, we have to bring the notes close together until it's root position, close position triad. We can do this in front of our mind's eye or do it as a sketch. Let's try to bring the D up an octave. Then we have D, F, B flat, same chord. This isn't root position yet, so let's bring the B flat down. And we have B flat, D, and F. That's the root position, close position. B flat is the root, so it's a B flat of some kind. B flat to D is a major third. D to F is a minor third. Major third plus minor third is the formula for the major chord. So this is B flat major. Now we need to figure out what the inversion is. What is this chord tone? D is the major third of the B flat chord. So this is B flat major, first inversion. Let's take a look at the next one. They want us to notate G diminished in second inversion. Let's first write the G diminished chord as a root position, close position triad. A diminished chord is a stack of two minor thirds. That's G, B flat, and the minor third above B flat is D flat. G, B flat, D flat. D flat is the diminished fifth. So the fifth has to be the lowest note because it's the second inversion. We can go ahead and write that there. D flat. Now we need the other two chord tones, G and B flat. It doesn't matter where we write them really. Let's just put them anywhere. So this is G diminished, second inversion. Check out the PDF file that I've attached for more exercises like this.